my subject is focused on the markets, the Philippine markets, which are always overlooked. And I think it's important to show this system or place because it is a place where the communication happen. It is the core of a city or a country. People gather, people negotiate things. There's labors, bodies, and everything, and it's often overlooked. And I want to show how beautiful it is.
Welcome to the OSA Fine Arts Diploma podcast. We are recording at the Alwa School of Art in May 2026 during graduation season. I'm Adrian Gore, Diploma Coordinator of the Fine Arts Diploma program, a 3-year vocational program focused on preparing emerging artists within the Canadian cultural context. So today, I'm speaking with Ingrid Resurreccion, who is graduating this year.
Hi, I'm glad to be here.
How would you describe your practice to someone who has never seen your work?
Recently, I am doing a lot of works about my country, about my culture, Philippine culture, most specifically the market scenes, where it is, because I think market in general is the core of a place, and it's where people communicate, people gather, people negotiate, and it tends to be overlooked. And I think it is important to show people how beautiful the culture is too, how there's no system, but it is a system. It's called supil na dimayaw, or controlled chaos, and just a spatial intent.
So did you find this kind of spaces in Canada too?
No, actually, that's why I gained a lot of different perspective when I lived here in Canada, because it is very different.
How is it different?
So Canada is very spacious. Let's go from there first. It's very spacious. There's a system and it really works. But in the Philippines, it's crowded and people just walk all together, and there's no system, but it is our system. It works.
But there is also the weather, right?
Oh my gosh, the weather. It's I think both. There's intensity here of the cold, but there's intensity also in the Philippines because of heat. And I think I don't know what to choose. I don't know which one I like. But there's different. There's good, there's positive, there's negative, but I learned a lot about both of them.
But coming to this idea of public space, so there is a kind of public space in Philippines that you did not find it in Canada. Is that right?
I think yes. The intensity, I think I did not find the intensity of public spaces from the Philippines here in Canada. Yeah, that's.
What about shopping malls? Rideau Center.
Rideau Center, that's nothing compared to the Philippines. If you go to the Philippines, the malls are massive and it's always full because we need aircon. People go to the malls for aircon. I think that's one of the things that I want to show also for my next series, mall culture in the Philippines. How important malls are for people in the Philippines because it's relaxed and it's cold and it's massive. It's crowded at this.
And all this is reflecting in your paintings. I can see that.
Oh, thank you. That's what I want to show. I want to show how intense it is in the Philippines in a good way. Ottawa School of Art has been one of the greatest decisions that I made in my life. It opened a lot of doors for me. The teachers are very supportive, and not just the teachers, but also the overall people here, like my classmates, the students. It feels like a family, and I think that's important in learning art in general because you need the support. You need people to be by your side to pursue art as a career. I am currently having a show until June 6th. I'm showing it's called Supil na Dimayaw, or in English it's Controlled Chaos. And that's what I'm showing also in the graduation, Philippine culture.
Mm-hmm. And why did you choose this subject matter?
I chose this subject matter because my subject is focused on the markets, the Philippine markets, which are always overlooked. And I think it's important to show this system or place because it is a place where the communication happen. It is the core of a city or a country. People gather, people negotiate things. There's labors, bodies, and everything, and it's often overlooked. And I want to show how beautiful it is. I mostly work with oil, but recently I developed this technique called yarn painting. So basically, I paint with yarns. Because I think I want to be rather than doing the traditional way of painting, which uses oil paints, which I love. Don't get me wrong. Yarn is, I think, one of the things that stands out as well because it creates forms, texture, and it adds depth to the artwork itself. I think my works are trying to attract viewers rather than challenge them or disturb them because, again, as I say, living abroad gave me a different perspective of my own country, and I think that's what I want to show people who hasn't been in the Philippines. I want them to experience what I experience. I want them to smell what I smell. I want them to see what I see. And it's very important for me that everybody knows how amazing my culture is as well.
Looking at your artwork, I noticed that you have a very powerful way of using colors, and the type of colors you are using are very intense, and I assume they are inspired by the light that you see in Philippines. Is there something you want to say about how you use colors?
I think for me, I was an interior designer. I studied color theory way before, and I think I developed this skill to see on how to see colors intensely, if that makes sense. Because in my artworks, color is one of the major subjects, actually. I consider it my major subject because I want color to show heat, to show intensity, spatial intensity, crowdedness. And yeah, that's one of the things that's important to me. Aside from value, of course, values also is very important for me, but colors is the thing that my artworks are known for.
Yeah, your colors are very vivid, very intense. Are there artists, movements, and films or books influencing you right now?
I think the most artists who influence me the most is his name is Amor Solo. He's from the Philippines. He's a very famous painter in the Philippines, and he paints scenes, traditional scenes from the Philippines where there's people getting mangoes from the trees. They are wearing our traditional clothes in the Philippines and just having a conversation in this old era. And I think that's, for me, that inspired me to make a scene on the modern side, on this era, I mean, contemporary era, and I want to show how also it changed over time, how colors are more vibrant, how clothes from the Philippines change over time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know that while being at Alva School of Art and taking courses in exploring a variety of media, but especially the second year and the third year courses, you expose your work to your classmates and instructors to get feedback and have a critique. Did you find that this experience helped you in your practice, and how?
Oh yeah, critiques are one of my favorite parts of the class actually, because I gain a lot of knowledge. I mean, art is very subjective and people will like or dislike your work, but then they also give you feedback on how to improve, and you will see how different people accept your art, if that's okay to say. Accepts your art in the way they want to see it. Mentorship also, critiques from my mentor also, Erin O'Neill, very helpful. She's the one who helped me do the paintings as well, how I can tone down colors, how I can intensify colors, and it's really very helpful. Critiques are one of my favorite things here in the school.
What does being an artist mean to you right now?
Now, I think it means that I get to share my experience to everyone. Recently, I travel a lot, and I get to experience not just the Philippines, but also different cultures, like from Hong Kong, from New Zealand, from France, and I get to show people what I saw. I get to let people experience what I experience, and it's very important for me it's like a journal, honestly. It's a journal where people can see, feel, and experience what I experienced.
And that is important to you, something that you personally experienced in certain places.
Oh yes, I think that is the main reason why I paint, to let people experience what I experienced, because my previous artworks was for my healing. My plastic series was for my healing as well, and I was surprised when I shared it to other people. I got a positive feedback from a very, not a negative, but like a very disturbing artwork, and they said that it helped them also reflect and heal for themselves, and yeah, that is very important for them to experience what I'm experiencing.
What are the realities of trying to become a professional artist? That is to live from your work, and understand that after graduating in June, you'll be moving to Philippines. I'm curious, what's it like to be, like, do you have any idea of what's it like to be a professional artist in Philippines, or do you have a plan on how to maintain this profession in Philippines?
I do have a business in the Philippines where I get to paint giveaways, and that's where my income is coming from. But for the professional art career itself, I personally not yet. I don't have an idea yet, but I'm excited actually to pursue art career in the Philippines and show them what I learned from this school. And for now, what keeps me motivated is that painting for me is like a meditation. I think when I paint, I get into this space where I just focus on what I'm doing. I'm just patient enough, and I'm just calm enough, and my headspace is at the right path, and it helps me be more present and not be anxious about what's happening in the world. And that keeps me motivated. That helps me make good art. Actually, I have plans to do an exhibition, to join art fairs, to exhibit internationally. But I think one of my plans is to open an organization where I can, because I grew up underprivileged, and I want to build an organization now where I can teach art to kids that are underprivileged and who's healing from something, who's traumatized, and I want them to have the opportunity to use art as an outlet, to use art as a healing form, and give them the opportunity to have a better life. And then someday maybe they can help someone through what they learned from me and help them have a good mental stability.
What advice would you give to incoming students?
I read this book. It's called The Courage to be Disliked, if you know that book. It says there, life is just a dance. And I think that's what art school for me is. Art school is, yes, of course, you will learn the technical stuff, but it's not just about that. It's expressing yourself. It's having fun. It's learning things that can help you emotionally, mentally, and also just be who you are and let your inner self speak out, and just have a dance.
Thank you for joining me, and congratulations on graduating from the OSA Fine Arts Diploma program.